Hello guys, this is Miri. I have been getting a comment. Oh, by the way, I just got out of the shower and washed my hair with water. So, I got a comment from Lulu's Dreamtown and she asked me what I think about her current exercising routine. She told me what she's doing, like roughly in a week, and for the very first I want to say that you are actually able to know yourself when you are training too much. So she asked me this because she knows I had been overtraining and I got quite a few symptoms from it, and I have done an extra video on exactly the symptoms I experienced, and I can link it here. And yeah, so yeah, you can notice yourself if you're overtraining, but you just have to be really aware and sensitive to it, because I wasn't. I had all those symptoms and I just didn't associate them to my overtraining. So I always thought it's so great, and I did like 1 hour per day and quite intense and like super rare rest days. And it seems like Lulu's Dreamtown is doing that as well, and I do think that a lot of people train that way. And yeah, so please, if you're wondering if you're doing too much, just watch my series on adrenal fatigue and overtraining. You can find them in my playlists, and in that playlist I also list like the exact symptoms and all of that. But one thing that you really notice when you're overtraining is that you don't improve. You do not get stronger, but instead you get weaker, or like your performance worsens instead of like gets better and better. So that is what you want to watch out for. I never tracked my speed or my kilometers, so I couldn't do it when I was overtraining. And yeah, so just like really listen to your body and really ask yourself deeply, do I really want to get out now? Like, do I really want to move? Or do my legs feel weak? Or like, is my heart still pumping? Like, because that is a very common symptom, that your heart starts to pump and to beat very strongly, and especially when you go to bed. I think that's one of the symptoms that occur first. So you want to pay attention to that. And like pro athletes also measure their heart rate, like when they lay down, when like their rest heart rate, I think it's called. Yeah. So, and basically just if you have hurt yourself, you have been overtraining. Be it a hurting muscle, like be it aching muscles, be it whatever, like anything that hurts basically. But that doesn't have to be like the actual hurt, but it can be anything that makes you feel not so well. It can also be like a stronger heartbeat, or you know, anything that doesn't feel right. So yeah, my symptoms are not the only symptoms you can get, I guess. So, but on to the schedule. I have been writing it down. Please excuse these thingies. I have been writing it down in German first. So, the important factors are volume, intensity, and frequency. It's very important to consider all of these three, because they all make up the strain and like the stress, or the like they define if the training that you do is considered as stress to your body or not. And if it's stress, like every time you train, then your body like will be overstressed at some point. Then it will be overtraining at some point. It's just a matter of time. So of course every exercise is kind of challenging, and it shall be challenging, and yeah, but there's a threshold, there is a limit that you should not exceed. Well, you can like from time to time, but you should never do that like over a long time, like consistently, and that is what I did. So I did these 3 wrong for months. Like, I can't even say when it started. Well, but basically I just did too much on all of these 3 levels. That is volume, intensity, and frequency. Volume means how long do you do it in one session. Intensity means how intense do you do it, obviously. And frequency is how often do you do it. And if you do all those 3 like in a high manner, then like it's quite likely that you are overdoing it. So Lulu's Dreamtown is doing exercise every day except on Monday, and then she's doing it, like, I assume it, she didn't really like tell me exactly, but I assume it's like about an hour every time. And the intensity, I do think it's high most of the time, so that is just my guess. I do think that it's high most of the times because she's including CrossFit quite often, and she's doing hip-hop, and she said that's not quite a lot of movement, but I do think that dancing is quite like sweat causing. So I don't, yeah, I can't tell, but I do think that it's quite high most of the times. But please correct me, Lulu's Dreamtown, if that's not right. And the frequency is, yeah, it consists of like how often do you exercise, and that is pretty often. Like, not every day. She does have one rest day, which is great. But still, you might feel great now with that, but I do doubt that it will, like, how to say, like on a high intensity level and on a high volume level, I do think that it will be too much. Like, it will be too often, the exercise, in the long run, like if you do it over a year or 2 years. So what I'm just trying to say is, because I think that many people train like this, is just watch your levels. Maybe just challenge you in one level and not on all 3. Don't do exercise like every day, at least for an hour, and then always include intense sessions. I do not recommend that. I know that many people are happy with that, but it's always the question how long they can sustain it, and sustain it, maintain it in a healthy range and level. So I don't say anything against high intensity training, but I wouldn't do it on a regular basis. You always want to give your body the chance to recover properly, to recover fully. So when you're training, your stress and the stress to your body, the strain on your body goes up, and then your body, it grows. It doesn't grow then, but it grows when it recovers, and it gets stronger when it recovers. And that is something that most of the people don't know when they exercise. They think more is better, like the more the better, but that's not the case. Like, often it's better to exercise less and recover more. Like, that is where it comes from, that don't train hard, train smart. So just maybe, think about it and see where you can recover more. Also, sleep is very important. So the whole thing should be just in a healthy range. Yes, and I hope that helped. And just post your questions below, and I'm happy to answer any question. See ya.